Hey, what's going on? Adrian here with bestformyfeet.com. I hope you're having a great day so far. Welcome to this video in which we're going to review my Thorogood steel-toe work boots model 804-4200. I've had these boots for a few months now, and I'm gonna share with you a lot of good details that I think are going to be helpful. By the way, I'm going to leave you a link in the description to this article, which is the review of the boots, the written review of these boots. And it's a little bit more in detail. It's a little bit more updated. I always go back to the article and bring you more updates, more pictures, more whatever new things that I found about the boot. So I invite you to check it out. Link it's in the description. For now, let's start with a quick unboxing of these Thorogood work boots and see what we can learn about them by unboxing them. And the first thing I want to mention here quickly is that the packaging of these Thorogood boots is amazing compared to my Blundstone BL990 work boots that I bought a few months ago that came in a bag. These ones, as you can see, you have an outside box, and then you have the boots box, and then we have the boots inside. This is awesome because the boots are not going to get damaged in the delivery process. All right, let's see what's inside. And the first thing I can see is this: the few notes from the seller of how not to send back the boots if you want to send them back. And here are the famous Thorogood American Heritage Moke Toe Steel Toe Work Boots. Alright, let's have a look at the outsole quickly. This is the Maxwear Wedge sole. It's slip resistant and oil resistant. As well, is quite stiff, which is perfect for those of you who might suffer from plantar fasciitis. If you're wondering where these boots are made, I know this is important for some of you. These boots are made in the US and they are union made. Kevin here was asking about the thickness and the quality of the leather on these boots. Unfortunately, I can't comment on the thickness until we cut the boots in half very shortly. But the leather on these boots, it's a full grain leather, and this leather has been put through a process called tumbling, which is a process through which the leather becomes much softer. As with everything in life, this has some pros and some cons. The cons are that the leather is not as strong, as durable as in its original form. But on the positive side, the leather is very soft, so it doesn't need any breaking in period. You don't need 3 months to break in your boots. Moving on, these work boots come with a gusseted tongue. They are gusseted up to the first speed hook. There's no lining in this boot. This is all leather, and it comes with a removable insole. This insole has some gel pads here at the heel and at the forefoot, which makes it comfortable and helps with shock absorption. And the footbed of this boot is quite flat, which is great, because you can put technically any insole that you want in case this one is not comfortable for you. One last thing I want to mention here is that Thorogoods, they give you this card which offers you two refurbishment services if you want. One classic restoration for $90 and the other one is a complete restoration of the boot for $125. Now, this is much cheaper than buying the boots. So the classic one, for example, if you take care of the upper and let's say the outsole just the threads wear out, you can just replace the sole and you have the boot for another 2 years or so, and that's only for $90. Next, I'm gonna share with you a few more measurements I took of the boot. Maybe they're not important, maybe they are. For some of you, I don't know, but I'm gonna leave them here. There's not much to say about it. I just hope it's useful. Are these boots heavy? Well, there's many people out there saying that these boots are so lightweight, and honestly, I don't know what people are wearing for them to say these are lightweight. This, to me at least, it's just a regular safety toe work boot. It's not the lightest I had, and it's not the heaviest I had either. But I'm gonna leave here the measurements, and you can decide for yourself if these are heavy for you or not. Alright, let's put these bad boys on and see how they feel like. First impressions, they look awesome. I love how they look, and in terms of how they fit, well, I have to say that they do fit a little bit tight. I feel like they are a little bit narrow. Now I know the leather is going to give up a little bit. If not, I'm gonna use a few tricks that I've used in the past to stretch out my leather work boots. I've been wearing them at work for about a week and a half now, 2 weeks I think, and I really like the boots. I really like how they look like. People are asking me, management ask me if these are safety boots, simply because they look like casual boots. They look really nice, and I have to say that I'm pretty happy so far with the boots, except the fact they are still narrow. They're still a little bit uncomfortable because of how tight they feel. Are they waterproof? Well, just because they are Goodyear welted boots doesn't mean they're waterproof. So these boots are not waterproof, unfortunately. So you could stay a little bit in, like if you have to just cross a little bit patch of water, you're gonna be fine. But if you work in water all day, in rain all day, then these are not for you. You better get some waterproof boots. Alright, so after wearing the boots for almost 3 months, they're still not comfortable for me. The left boot is killing me in this right spot here, and I think it's just the extra material, the stitches, the leather of the mock toe. I don't know what it is. I mean, the left foot, I have the problem only on the left foot. The right foot, it seems to be fine, and this is very common apparently. After talking to loads of people on Reddit, this is a common issue, which is sad to see that it's a common issue, because that means that's how Thorogood are making their boots. So I don't know, but anyway, there's a joke about this, that Thorogoods have two factories, one for the left foot and one for the right foot, and that doesn't stop there. With the boot being tight, as you can see, the laces as well on the left boot are shorter than the ones on the right foot. So I guess people are right when they say they have two different factories. Anyway, jokes aside, I try to stretch the boot with applying some mink oil and using a boot stretcher as well. So, did it work? Well, I can tell you that when I bought the boots, the width of the boot were 378 inches, and now after about 3 months of using them, of wearing them, and you know, applying mink oil and all that. Now the boot width is 397, so it will expand a little bit, it will stretch a little bit, but it's still not enough. It's still the pressure on top of the boot is still killing my feet, and that's why I had to stop wearing them and going back to my older boots, the Blundstone BL990. And now I'm just gonna hunt for a new pair of boots. Now if you want to get these boots, I would recommend you get half a size, go half a size up. So for example, I'm 9.5, so I should have gone for 10, or get your size but get next width. Like for example, I should have gone with 9.5 EE instead of D. So D stands for narrow, regular width. EE stands for wide. That's all from me. I hope this review of my Thorogood 804-4200 was helpful to you in any way. If I missed anything, I invite you to check out the article, which, as I said at the beginning, it's much more in depth and I always update it, or just leave me a comment below and make sure to answer it as soon as possible. Thanks again for watching. I'm Adrian from bestformyfeet.com. See you in the next video. Bye.